There is a prison built just for you. But unlike any prison you have ever seen, this one has no walls, no guards, and no bars that you can touch. You cannot see it because you are looking with it. It is not around you, it is inside you. For years you have felt it, a sudden tightness in your chest when you try to speak your truth. A cold, irrational panic that washes over you the moment you step into the unknown. A whisper that tells you to stay safe, to stay small, to go back to sleep. You call this anxiety. You call it stress. You call it human nature. But what if I told you that these are not emotions? What if I told you they are a security mechanism? Mainstream science tells you that fear is a survival instinct, a relic from our days of hunting in the wild. They tell you it is there to protect you from predators. But look around you. There are no tigers in your living room. There are no wolves at your office desk. Yet your heart races, your palms sweat, your mind goes blank. Why? Because the predator is no longer outside. The predator has been internalized. Ancient mystery schools whispered of a gatekeeper, a force stationed at the threshold of divinity to turn back the unworthy. Today, we have a name for this gatekeeper. It is a tiny, almond-shaped cluster of nuclei buried deep within the temporal lobes of your brain, the amygdala. Most people live their entire lives as slaves to this tiny piece of flesh. It dictates what they do, who they love, and how far they dare to dream. It is the biological kill switch designed to sever your connection to the infinite the moment you get too close to the truth. You are not depressed. You are not weak. You are being hijacked. Before we unlock the biological seal, if you are one of the few ready to override your own programming, please click subscribe and turn on the bell. The algorithm hides what it cannot understand. To understand how you are trapped, you must understand the machinery of your own enslavement. Your brain is not a single unit. It is a battleground. At the very top, you have the neocortex, the seat of your higher intelligence, your logic, your creativity, and your connection to the divine I am. This is where you create art, where you ponder the stars, where you realize that you are a soul having a human experience. This is the part of you that wants to wake up. But buried beneath it, ancient and cold, sits the reptilian brain, and its watchdog is the amygdala. Here is the forbidden anatomy lesson they didn't teach you in school. The amygdala has the power of preemptive override. Imagine you are in a state of deep meditation. You are breathing into the silence. You feel a sensation of expansion, a tingling in your pineal gland. You are approaching the threshold of a breakthrough. Suddenly, fear strikes. Not a logical fear, but a visceral, physical jolt. Your heart hammers against your ribs. Your breath becomes shallow. Your mind starts racing with trivial worries. Did I pay the bill? Is someone watching me? Am I going crazy? This is the hijack. In that split second, the amygdala has detected a frequency shift. It perceives your expansion not as growth, but as a threat to the known reality. It slams the emergency button. Neuroscience confirms that when the amygdala is highly active, It chemically shuts down the prefrontal cortex. Literally, it cuts the blood flow and electrical signals to your higher brain. You are biologically demoted. You cease to be a divine creator and instantly revert to a frightened animal. You cannot think your way out of this state because the thinking part of your brain has been taken offline. This is why you cannot affirm your way out of panic. This is why you cannot reason with anxiety. You are trying to run software on a computer that has been unplugged. This is not a flaw in the system. It is the system. The Matrix does not need to send agents to stop you from waking up. It simply triggers your amygdala, and you police yourself. You become your own warden. But why? Why is your biology wired to sabotage your evolution? To answer this, we must turn to the work of the rogue scientist Itzhak Bentov. Bentov was not just interested in the brain, he was obsessed with the physics of consciousness. In his final, suppressed works, he described the universe not as solid matter, but as a hologram of interfering waves. Bentov discovered a principle that changes everything: the micro-motion of the body. He found that when the body is perfectly at rest, in deep meditation or sleep, the heart creates a rhythmic vibration that resonates with the walls of the aorta. This sets up a standing wave that oscillates the entire skeleton and eventually stimulates the sensory cortex of the brain. When this resonance creates a closed loop, the brain generates a massive electromagnetic field. This field is your spaceship. It is the vehicle that allows your consciousness to decouple from physical reality and travel into the holographic dimensions. This is the mechanism of astral projection, of samadhi, of enlightenment. But there is one thing that destroys this resonance instantly: stress. When the amygdala fires, it floods the system with cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals cause your muscles to microspasm. You might not feel it, but on a cellular level, your body is shaking. Bentov called this noise. Imagine trying to tune a radio to a distant, clear station. That is your higher self. Now imagine someone turns on a vacuum cleaner right next to the radio. That is your amygdala on stress. The signal is still there, but the receiver is drowning in static. This is why the modern world is designed to keep you in a state of perpetual low-grade fear. The news, the notifications, the economic uncertainty, they are not just life, they are a frequency jammer. By keeping your amygdala slightly activated 24/7, the system ensures that your body never achieves the stillness required for the Bentov resonance. You are kept in a state of constant biological noise. You are anchored to the dense physical plane, not by gravity, but by the chaotic vibration of your own nervous system. You are too loud to leave. We have looked at the biology. We have looked at the physics. But if we stop there, we miss the most terrifying part of the equation. We must ask the question that science refuses to touch. Why? Why would evolution design a system that paralyzes its host with imaginary fears? Nature is efficient. It does not waste energy. If your amygdala is constantly pumping out stress energy even when you are safe, where is that energy going? In physics, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes forms. When you feel a surge of terror, when your stomach knots with anxiety, that massive burst of emotional energy doesn't just vanish into thin air. It is being transmitted, and something is receiving it. The emerald tablets of Thoth warn of the Watchers, entities that exist just outside our visible spectrum. The Gnostics called them archons. Modern mystics call them energy parasites. They are not flesh and blood. They are beings of frequency. And just as you need physical food to survive, they need emotional sustenance. But they cannot digest high-frequency emotions like love, peace, or gratitude. Those frequencies are too light, too fast. They burn them. To feed, they need something dense, something heavy, something slow. They need fear. Your amygdala is not just a survival switch. It is a valve. It is a feeding tube. Every time you engage in a loop of worry, every time you doom scroll through bad news, every time you let the hijack take over, you are essentially preparing a banquet for these entities. They do not want you dead. A dead battery provides no charge. They want you just scared enough, just stressed enough to keep the current flowing. This recontextualizes your entire life. That sudden wave of depression that hits you out of nowhere, that might not be yours. That intrusive thought urging you to give up, that is a harvest. You are not fighting a mental illness. You are fighting a parasitic extraction. The matrix is not just controlling you, it is farming you. And the amygdala is the tap they installed at birth to ensure the supply never dries out. This realization usually triggers the second trap: anger, resistance. You want to fight back. You want to crush the fear. You want to perform ego death and surgically remove this part of yourself. Carl Jung, the great explorer of the shadow, warned us about this precise error. He said, "What you resist persists." This is the resistance trap, and it is where most seekers fail. When you try to fight your amygdala, when you try to force your mind into silence, what are you actually doing? You are creating tension. You are creating conflict. You are judging yourself. I shouldn't be afraid. I need to be calm. Why is this happening again? Do you hear that internal dialogue? That is stress. By fighting the fear, you are generating more of the exact frequency that feeds the mechanism. You cannot use the matrix to break the matrix. You cannot use the mind to silence the mind. And here lies the twist, the secret that turns this from a tragedy into an initiation. What if the amygdala is not an error? What if it is not just a parasite's tool, but something else entirely? Think of the guardian of the threshold mentioned in every ancient myth. The hero tries to enter the temple of the gods, but a terrifying monster blocks the path. The hero fights the monster and loses. He tries to sneak past and is caught. Only when he looks the monster in the eye and walks through it, realizing it is an illusion, does the gate open. Your amygdala is that guardian. It is the cosmic test of your sovereignty. It asks you a simple question. Are you the master of your vibration, or are you a slave to your biology? If you run from the fear, you fail. If you fight the fear, you fail. The Watchers are allowed to feed on you because you consent to their reality. You agree that the fear is real. But the moment you stop fighting, something shifts. The moment you realize that the racing heart, the sweaty palms, the terror, it's just a sensation, just data, just noise, the feedback loop breaks.
The kill switch only works if you react to it. It relies on your participation. So how do we pass the test? How do we override a system that is hardwired into our DNA? We don't destroy it, we hack it. We learn to speak its language. We turn the guardian into a servant.
So, how do we dismantle the cage? How do we reclaim the throne of our own consciousness? The answer lies in a forgotten biological backdoor and a forbidden law of mental alchemy. First, the biology. You must understand that the amygdala is primitive. It does not understand language. You cannot talk it down. It only understands signals, and its primary language is breath. The moment you feel the hijack beginning, that tightness, that racing heart, you must manually engage the vagus nerve. This is the longest nerve in your body, the direct counterweight to the fight or flight system. It is the biological brake pedal. Do not just take a deep breath. That is cliché. You must hack the rhythm. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Why this specific count? Because an exhale that is twice as long as the inhale sends a physical signal to the brainstem that says, I am safe. A predator cannot chase you if you are exhaling slowly. It forces the amygdala to stand down. It cuts the fuel line to the panic. You are hacking the hardware to clear the software. But the biological hack is only the first step. It buys you time. The real work, the work of the magician, happens in the mind. Thoth's lost teachings speak of polarity. He taught that you cannot destroy a lower frequency. You can only transmute it into a higher one. When the fear rises, do not push it away. Instead, do the most counterintuitive thing possible. Welcome it. Say to the sensation, I see you. You are allowed to be here. Then, detach. Become the silent observer. Imagine you are a scientist watching a storm inside a glass jar. You are not the storm. You are the one watching it. Watch the sensation in your chest. Does it have a color? Does it have a shape? Is it spinning? By simply observing the fear without judging it, without adding a story to it, I'm dying, I'm failing, you starve the entities of their loosh. You stop the feedback loop. You are looking the guardian in the eye, and you are not blinking. This is the 0 point Bentov spoke of. In this state of neutral observation, the energy that was once anxiety begins to unravel. It has nowhere to go. It cannot feed on your resistance because you are offering none. Suddenly, the dense, heavy lead of fear transmutes. It becomes pure, raw energy. It becomes excitement. It becomes presence. You have not destroyed the monster. You have ridden it. You have turned the prison bars into fuel. As the amygdala falls silent, something miraculous happens to your biology. The noise stops, the cortisol clears, the microspasms in your body cease. For the first time, perhaps in years, your instrument is tuned. The Bentov resonance begins to oscillate. The standing wave rises from your heart, up your spine, and gently touches the ventricles of your brain. The pressure shifts. The prefrontal cortex comes back online, brighter and sharper than before. And then the pineal gland, the stargate that has been crushed under the weight of your survival instincts, finally opens. This is the state of no time. This is where the downloads happen. This is where you remember who you are. You are not a frightened animal trying to survive on a hostile ruck. You are an eternal consciousness currently operating a biological avatar. The fear was never real. It was a test of focus.
It was a rigorous training program designed to see if you could hold your light in the deepest darkness. The Amygdala Hijack is not a curse. It is the final exam. If you are hearing this, you are ready to graduate. The next time the fear comes, and it will come, for the Matrix does not give up its batteries easily, do not run, do not fight. Breathe, observe, transmute. The cage is open. It has been open this whole time. All you had to do was stop holding on to the bars. My name is Mystical. I am the voice in the static. I am the reminder of what you have forgotten. If this transmission has loosened a brick in your wall, declare your freedom in the comments below. Write, I am the master of my mind. Subscribe to join the few who are exiting the simulation. The signal is getting stronger. We will see you on the other side.